Auditor just told me, he said, yeah, listen, we have an offer. Go at him. Go at him all you want. So listen, if you're serious and the offer's good and it's a realistic offer, then yeah, fuck it. If you want to get knocked out, let's do it. You're contacting my manager and saying that you want to fight. Well, guess what, buddy? I'm here. I'm going nowhere. You want to fight someone? You want to test yourself? Hey, I'm 0-0 as a boxer. You're saying you 1-0, you're 2-0. I'm 0-0. Stop playing games. If you want to do it, I'll do it. I'm here. No problem. Okay? I'm almost 42 years old. I'm a former world champion. And I will take you to school, my friend. And I'll guarantee you this, you won't get out of 3 rounds. We've seen a lot of Jake Paul. As we know, Jake Paul is making headlines these days. He knocked out Nate Robinson recently. He's trying to fight Conor McGregor. People saying that's crazy, saying that it's funny and all the rest of it. But he threw down the gauntlet this week. Everyone's probably seen it right now. Jake Paul's got a massive following, big YouTube sensation, and a very, very famous person trying to get that fight with Conor McGregor. And he comes out and he's like,
"What the fuck is up, you Irish cunt? Good morning, Conor McGregor. I know you're probably beating up old dudes in a bar right now, or maybe you're jacking off because you're sick of fucking your wife. I mean, she's a 4, Conor. You could do a lot better, but happy Monday."
And if not Conor McGregor, then who? Okay, because I know some people that have been actually contractually offered a situation with Jake Paul. Okay, there is a possibility of the fight happening, isn't there? Because it doesn't matter how much money you have. You can't leave $50 million on the table. And if that is a legitimate offer of $50 million, you don't have to be a scientist to work out that that's a lot of money. In my opinion, he would fucking destroy Jake Paul. It's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure that that fight is not going to happen. But the fact that he went out there and he did that and he made that comment about his wife, I was like, whoa, you got to be careful, because you go out there and you can say these things, oh, well and good. You know, you go out there and it's just a promo. We're just trolling and all the rest of it. McGregor's fucking not going to take kindly to that. I wouldn't have taken kindly to that. You know, if I was in my fucking fighting prime and he was out there making comments about my wife, ooh, I might not have the fight, but I tell you what, you better stay out of my way. Because if you've publicly, which he has, gone out there and insulted her like that, I mean, you never know. Conor might be the bigger man and just laugh. But I'd be pretty offended by that.
I mean, maybe. I mean, if somebody called Rebecca a 4, it'd be like, okay, you're fucking blind. Rebecca's the most beautiful woman in California. You're out of your fucking mind. But the reality is
5.
She's the 5. But I mean, look, Conor is fucking, I couldn't imagine that truly affecting him, right? I couldn't imagine, because the amount of people, you know, the amount of people that say shit on the internet, the amount of internet tough guys, Conor's on the internet. He's on Instagram. He's on Twitter. People say shit like that to him probably all the time. You become very desensitized once you're famous. I'm not famous, and I've become desensitized to trolling. People can say whatever the fuck they want about me. It rolls off my shoulder, because the reality is anything you can say, somebody else has said it before you. So I can only imagine having millions and millions of followers. I'm assuming that it's not going to really truly affect him, but you're right. Maybe the $50 million, the X factor there is Conor McGregor could annihilate Jake Paul within a minute. I think he would truly just fucking end him within a minute, just knock him out, seriously hurt him. So just to come in and say, I'm going to make $50 million to just knock this guy out as the easiest payday he's ever had in his entire life. Maybe there's something there.
I don't know. I'm hearing that there's been multiple offers made to people. I can't go into details.
Can you please talk about what we spoke of casually before we started today's show?
Well, as we know, I have had a little foray into the world of fighting myself, and I recently stepped away and retired, and then I may or may not have an offer to come out of retirement and fight somebody that is a YouTube sensation. Okay, they shall remain nameless. No, that's it. I'm not saying anything. I'm not fucking up negotiations. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying there may or may not have been somebody that is a YouTube sensation that we may have talked about on this episode that reached out and said, does he want to fight me as well?
That we may have shown 2 videos of him, hypothetically speaking.
We might have done, but we might not. We might have.
We're going to say, can we just speak in this? Let's speak in a hypothetical world. This is not even Earth. This is just some other world that exists.
This is Dildo Dennis's anus, and we're living in there, and this is where we're having the conversation. Weird flex, but okay.
Exactly. We're inside of Dildo Dennis's anus right now, and hypothetically,
it's surprisingly roomy.
It's huge. Holy shit! There's a lot of other guys in here.
Yeah. Fuck you know. He's had a lot of company in here.
So, I mean, in a hypothetical world, Jake Paul's team may have reached out to your team, who also happens to represent a couple other people that we've been talking about, and they may or may not have made an offer to you.
Potentially, hypothetically, may or may not. Cat out of bag and all that good stuff, but still watch this space. But we can have a hypothetical conversation on whether or not, if that was the scenario, whether or not I would accept.
Why did you go knock out this fucking YouTuber and make millions of dollars?
I will. I will. Listen, all you gotta don't fucking tempt me with a good time, baby boy. You're sitting there going, "Oh, I don't drink. I've gone vegan. I've sustainable products only. I'm gonna come out of fucking retirement. I'm gonna get down to 185. I'm gonna knock out Jake Paul, and we're back, baby boy. Money in the bank. We're gonna move to a full mansion. We're gonna get the Maserati back. Come on, Jake Paul, let's go."
I mean, if this happened, I mean, what? I couldn't imagine. Like, it's very strange to me. All right, so.
All right. So listen, there may or may not have been an offer, may or may not. Hypothetical situation, let's just pretend that there has. So I may have gone away and looked at his fight with Nate Robinson yesterday. And, pardon me?
You may not have as well.
I may not have, but there's a good potential that I did. And in my research and infinite wisdom of the fight game, I saw...
Oh, you Sherlock Holmes did?
I did. I took a look, and after my extensive inquiries, I figured out that he's a bum, and he would be very easy to beat. But that said, he does have power. He is athletic. He is young. These are all good things to have in the fight game. He's got that young confidence. He's got that, he's never been beat to fuck. He's never been knocked out. Anytime, like when I'm commentating, I always make a big deal out of it when one of them certainly is undefeated, because you've never tasted defeat. You don't know what it feels like for actually another man to beat you. When you think, because when you start beating people, you think you're always going to beat people. You think you're unstoppable. When I was undefeated, Jesus Christ, you think I'm a pain in the ass now? You should have seen me then when I was undefeated. I literally thought there was not a man on this planet that could even cause me any kind of significant issue. Then you soon come to realize that isn't the case. I looked at Jake Paul, and he's sloppy, but he's a novice. But those novices, when you're sloppy like that, that's when you can get caught. You know what I'm saying? So
because they don't do the dance. Like, so there's almost like a, with fighting and boxing and kickboxing, it's like, you're expecting this guy to do this and this guy to do that, and you counter and you slip and you move. But when it's all wild and flailing and there's no rhythm or no rhyme or reason to it, this is why me and Harrington box all the time. Harrington catches me sometimes, and I look at his face. I'm like, Harrington, do you really think you fucking caught me? You didn't catch me. You're just flailing your arms around, and your hand happened to hit my face once.
They don't follow the rules. Although on that scenario, I actually spoke to Harrington and explained the rules very well. And so I think when he did connect with you, Lewis, that was a legitimate punch that day. No, but you're right. When people are amateurs, they don't follow the rules. There's certain things when you throw a right hand, there's a certain way your head moves and the footwork and things like that. But they don't know any of this stuff because they're not trained and they don't have conventional moves. You know what I'm saying? They do flail, they do windmill, they do close their eyes and just pray and swing. And sometimes you get fucking hit. And I tell you what, there's not enough money on this fucking planet to have me going out there being the scapegoat with Jake Paul hitting me with a flailing shot and knocking me out unconscious. I mean, I thought it was a fall from grace when I went from Madison Square Garden to the Shanghai fucking whatever arena it was. Then I'm cornering you with God. Who was it? He was in the main event.
Ryan O'Neal.
We got Ryan O'Neal. No, we got that other guy in the glittery underpants on roller skates.
Oh, it was Jason Ellis versus what's his fucking name?
Whatever, it doesn't matter. But I thought that was a fall of grace. Imagine getting knocked out by a fucking YouTuber in front of millions of people. I don't think I could show my face again.
Well, what are you going to do here, hypothetically speaking, if it ever happened?
Well, I've never ducked a fucking challenge in my life, baby boy. And I'm not going to start now, but
are you seriously considering this? Are you legitimately considering this?
If I was given a proper offer, then I would definitely do it. I mean, I don't know where we would do that, whether we do it on stereo or on YouTube or wherever it is, on the stereo app, that is. Listen, Jake Paul, you want to fight? You want a real challenge? Here I am. And listen, I don't need the money, and I certainly don't need the fame, But money comes in handy. It does make the world go round. I don't need it, but I'll take it. But if they did make a very, very firm offer, then I couldn't leave it on the table, could I?
And let me point this out. Hypothetically speaking, this isn't you issuing this out to them. Hypothetically speaking, they went to your management already and made this offer to them.
If they went to my manager and made an offer, then I'd certainly give it some thought. And they may or may not have already done that. So, read between the lines. I'm not trying to say too much. Cat's out of bags again. Cat out of the bag, Lewis. You cannot do this, But I'm reading all negotiations right now. But still, it's something worth thinking about,
Well, listen to me. It would be very difficult for me not to, number one, as your friend, I want you just to go fucking make a bunch of cash and it'll be hilarious to watch that happen. But look, there's the other side of it as well, which is really true. Like if you lost to Jake Paul, I'd have to quit this podcast. I mean, there's no way if you lost to a YouTuber, that's it. Me and Harrington, we're going to go we gotta hit the road, Bisping.
Don't make me promises that you won't deliver on. No. I could say the same thing with you fighting Jason Ellis. Do I say that? No, we have a united front, Lewis.
No, Jason Ellis is supposed to beat me. Okay, I'm the amateur, and fucking Jason Ellis the guy who has experience.
All right. Who wins, me or Jake Paul?
You should knock his head straight off his shoulders.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda beat the fuck out of Kelvin Gastelum, but I just got choked out a few weeks before. I've got one eye, and the cat was out of the bag.
Jake has only fought guys he fought one YouTuber, and he fought Nate Robinson, who's a basketball player who just jumped into his punches. I mean, there's no.
That was weird. That when he said to Conor McGregor, "Listen, you're 1-0. I'm 2-0. It's like, yeah, 2-0. You just started your career. Good for him. He's making waves. Of course, I take that fight in a heartbeat. I fucking knock Jake Paul out or Logan Paul. In fact, Logan and Paul and Jake, whatever, and Paul, fucking all three of them then in one night, back to back. There you go. I'll take them all out. Yeah, it's just whether or not I could get sanctioned by a commission, whether or not I could get clearance and get a boxing license. But where there's a will, there's a way. We could do it somehow, some way, baby boy, some planet, some Indian reservation, perhaps an exhibition bout. But Jake Paul, Logan Paul, whichever one. Logan Paul, if you want to do it, put your money where your mouth is. Maybe
I think it's Jake, proper.
Right? I don't know. You
didn't even know which one it is.
Zip Paul, make me the offer. Make me a serious offer, and I'll contemplate it.
If you hypothetically in this, dildo anus. Has anybody said dildo anus? Dildanus. In Dildanus's anus, in this hypothetical world, if you took that fight, could I be in your corner?
Well, I may or may not have already promised one spot to Daniel Cormier.
No, you didn't. What?
So that kind of lets things further out the bag, okay?
We got to get Perillo. Perillo will be there, obviously.
Well, Perillo's going to be... Yeah, but listen, this is boxing. We're going to come in. We're going to have a fucking massive entourage. I'm going to have Michael Jackson moonwalking me in with the belt and shit. He's going to be revived from the dead. We're going to have you there. We'll have Harrington and Brian, okay? Perillo and DC as proper cornermen. We're going to have Rebecca, and we're going to have a little fucking steel drum band in the background. You know what I mean? We're going to have a couple of dancers. Yeah, that's the way we're doing it because it's boxing. We'll do what the fuck we want. I just had a hypothetical situation from my manager that says that I've got the fucking green light to go and say whatever the fuck I want. So Jake Paul, if you want to fucking go, Logan Paul, if you want to go, then I guess you got to, put your hands in your pockets and man up because you're talking shit. You're contacting my manager and saying that you want to fight. Well, guess what, buddy? I'm here. I'm going nowhere. You want to fight someone? You want to test yourself? Hey, I'm 0-0 as a boxer. You're saying you're 1-0, you're 2-0. I'm 0-0.
Technically, from the technical standpoint, he's infinitely more experienced than you in boxing.
He has, even if I had one fight, he'd have 200% more or 100% more. He's way more experienced as a combat sports athlete than I am.
You should be the underdog.
At the end of the day, if you want to do this, okay, stop playing games. If you want to do it, I'll do it. I'm here. No problem, okay? I'm almost 42 years old. I'm a former world champion, and I will take you to school, my friend. And I'll guarantee this. You won't get out of 3 rounds. That's an absolute fact. You won't get out of 1 round, 2 rounds. But we'll say 3 just to give you that little insurance blanket.
If he gets out of round 2, Bisping, that's a moral loss for you and your family.
Well, maybe I'm just going to take my time. Maybe I'm going to do a Floyd Mayweather and just play with him. No, but seriously though, if he did reach out to my management and asked if I would be interested, if this is a real offer, if this is serious, then let me know and I'll do it. 100%. If this is a real offer from Logan Paul or Jake Paul or both of you, I don't care. Fucking line them both up. You know, I'll do it. No problem. If you want to put your money where your mouth is, then let's go.
I want to hate on it. I want to be one of like your good friends and you're like, Bisping, you've retired for a reason. But I logically can't get to the idea of you not going and collecting that massive payday for what would be an easy fight. You're going to return at the very least to training in the gym and probably training against guys that are of a higher caliber combat athlete than Jake Paul. So you would do that for free. You would go and spar me in the gym in a fucking heartbeat. You go spar some other fucking dude in the gym in a heartbeat just for shits and giggles. So why would
no, I would, but let's just clarify this. I'm not fighting him for free.
No, I know.
That's my whole motivation here. Listen, I don't need the money, but you know, it gives me something to do. You know, I don't mind going out there and fair play to the guy. If he wants to challenge me and challenge himself, then I respect that. I do. But
so can you talk about how the offer was made to your management at all, or what happened?
I don't know. I just got a text message.
Well, because you have the same manager as Connor, right?
Yep.
So assuming that they went to Connor, and Connor doesn't want it.
No, but I don't know. I'm not at liberty to say those things. But all I know is that apparently there is an offer on the table. I don't know what the offer is yet. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's insulting. I don't know how much money it is. But if it's a decent offer and it's respectable and it's in the ballpark, and then if you're not full of shit and you just, you know, because I'm not full of shit.
If Bisping is saying this on the show, I'm telling you right now, he's willing to fight you.
Audio just told me, he said, yeah, listen, we have an offer. Go at him all you want. So listen, if you're serious and the offer's good and it's a realistic offer, then yeah, fuck it. If you want to get knocked out, let's do it.